Okay, so Chelsea appoint Mauricio Pochettino as their manager for next season, which means Lampard is to remain as interim. But it does. There are some questions that need answering about this appointment. Not that they've appointed Pochettino, not at all. I think he's a decent manager, and okay, his time at PSG wasn't as successful as anticipated, and Spurs didn't win any silverware, though he made Spurs a very competitive side. Why wait as long as they have? That's a bigger question for me. Why wait until appointing him next season? I think they could have got him in earlier. He was unattached. He had been out of work since he left PSG at the end of last season. So it wasn't as if they had to pay him any, pay a club compensation for luring him away. We can obviously discuss Todd Bowley's ownership with Tuchel being sacked, then Potter being hired, then Potter being sacked, then Lampard being installed as interim, their form under Lampard. But he does give Chelsea the opportunity with Pochettino to work this summer transfer window in getting players in and offloading players as well, and starting to rebuild the squad that Pochettino wants. Will he be given time? Is another one. And this is another interesting point, is he will be the sixth manager in 5 years. So this isn't just a Todd Bowley era problem. It was also an Abramovich era problem at the club. They do have a high managerial turnover, but will he be given time to turn the side around? And what transfer budget will he actually receive with the UEFA bringing in new stricter form of financial fair play with their new spending rules, which will be coming in soon? So it's an interesting appointment. It was expected, it was stated when Lampard was hired, he would stay there till the end of the season, and then they would go and look in another direction. But again, the questions come back to why was he not appointed when Tuchel was sacked or when Potter was sacked? I mean, or why was he not appointed, this time last year? Because clearly the relationship between Tuchel and Todd Bowley never really warmed. It was clear there was going to be a change in the dugout at some point under Todd Bowley. So the question really is, why was he not appointed earlier? So there we go. Chelsea fans can look forward to Pochettino taking the helm. Tottenham fans, I mean, that's going to hurt, obviously. But again, that lack of managerial stability at Chelsea, while they had a lot of success under Abramovich, and even before Abramovich under Ken Bates, when Vialli and they were still winning trophies in the 90s as well, that lack of managerial stability at Chelsea has become an Achilles heel again. And how much time will Pochettino get before Todd Bowley and the rest of the ownership get a little bit impatient? They weren't very patient with Graham Potter. They didn't really give Tuchel much of a chance after they took over, but Pochettino's got a full summer transfer window to bring in players and offload players. The difficulty I think Chelsea are going to find is some of those players that they've currently got are on rather nasty contracts that are hard to offload, basically, to find a buyer with how they're performing. Does it require not a lot of changes, but just some coaching? A changing coaching dynamic, a slight change in formation. We know Pochettino likes his sides to be very exciting, fast-paced and attacking, so it might only take a couple of signings to really change the structure of the team, but we'll see how it plays out. But as I say, sixth permanent manager in 5 years. I mean, that is a stat that's kind of worrying. That is basically a manager a season at best. So the average tenure of a manager at Chelsea, their life expectancy isn't very long as a manager at Chelsea. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.